Listen. The quill drags, its nib whispering across vellum. Warm tallow smoke hangs low. Iron gall ink bites the air. Pumice has left the page faintly gritty to the touch. A clerk in Florence, 1299, copies a statute. He writes algorithmy, the new Hindu-Arabic way of reckoning, and then, under orders, draws a hard line through it. Roman numerals stay. The new figures do not. The guild scribes nod. Merchants shift in their benches. In the margin, unnoticed by most, a hollow circle waits, 0. Why did a city fear a symbol for nothing? What pressure did that circle put on the bones of a civilization? Open the case file. Clue 1, the placeholder. Babylon, late 1st millennium BCE. On wet clay, a scribe presses a double wedge to mark a gap, absence as grammar in a base 6-0 world. It keeps places from collapsing, but it is not yet a number you can hold, move, or break. Clue 2, the first zeros. In the Maya world, a shell-shaped glyph counts days and backtons by the 4th century, a calm stone for nothing woven into their calendrical engine. In India, a dot in the Bakshali manuscript, a small circle in the sand, Suinya, becomes a working digit between the 3rd and 7th centuries. Then Brahmagupta, 628 CE, sets rules like pillars, a plus 0 equals a. A times 0 is equal to 0. A minus a equals 0. And then the peril at the edge of speech, division by 0, undefined, alluring, a door you must not open with ordinary keys. Clue 3, the translators. In Baghdad's House of Wisdom, Al-Khwarizmi writes on the calculation with Hindu numerals. Cipher, the empty, walks into Arabic, and with it, method. Al-Euclidesai refines how you carry and borrow on paper, no beads needed. Latin ears will later hear cipher as cipher, 0 as both a number and a code, a thing and a mask. Clue 4, the merchant's upgrade. Pisa, 1202. Leonardo of Pisa, Fibonacci, writes Liber Abaci and slips place value, fractions, and 0 into the counting houses of the Mediterranean. Some shrink from afternoons to moments, exchange rates dance, ledgers accelerate. On parchment, time itself seems to quicken. Clue 5, the backlash. Florence, 1299. The statute we began with forbids Arabic numerals in official records. Too easy to alter a 0 into a 6, a 3 into an 8. Too easy to slip an extra nothing where coin should be. Keep Roman numerals in public. Whisper with ciphers in private. 0 becomes contraband tech, useful, suspicious, policed. Clue 6, the new skeleton. Venice, 1494. Luca Pacioli's Summa de Arithmetica codifies partita doppia, double-entry bookkeeping. Debits and credits mirror each other, books close to a clean equilibrium. The empty line at the bottom, the balance at 0, is no longer silence. It is a verdict. The world, as accounted, holds. Clue 7, the infinite edge. Newton and Leibniz take 0 to the brink. Limits, flux ions, infinitesimals, motion distilled from how quantities behave as they approach nothing. Centuries later, Cauchy and Weierstrass stitch rigor where cracks opened. 0 stops the world and then sets it moving. Clue 8, the physical abyss. Kelvin nails absolute 0 to a scale in 1848. Glass and brass turn temperature into an axis. Engineers make vacuums. Physicists peer inside the void and find it restless. 0-point energy hums where nothing should sleep. Emptiness is not empty. Clue 9, the machine ghost. Binary. 0 and 1 as the grammar of logic, from Leibniz's dyadic dreams to Turing's tapes to silicon gates. The 0 becomes a switchable void. In databases, a null isn't a number, it's a dangerous inhabitant. Misplaced, it doesn't just say nothing. It breaks the world. Now the pattern surfaces like ink under heat. 0 isn't an absence, it's a tool for precision about absence. Every time a culture operationalizes nothing, it unlocks a new tier of complexity: place value, banking, calculus, computation. And there's a rhythm to the adoption. Adoption brings acceleration. Acceleration breeds anxiety. Anxiety demands regulation. Each leap powered by zero invites both clarity and fraud, speed and instability. The circle creates order and creates new ways to break it. Hold the image steady. A merchant's ledger where a hollow circle steadies a column. It morphs into a balanced line settling at zero in a trial balance. It becomes a curve skimming toward x0, a derivative pulled from the brink. Then the camera falls to a bit cell, where a charged gate says 1 and an empty one says 0. One mark. Many empires. Modern mirror. 1997, the USS Yorktown, the smart ship, glides on Chesapeake water. A sailor enters a 0 into a database field. The software tries to divide by 0. Propulsion control crashes. 9,000 tons of steel drift because an empty field ate a calculation. Diagnosis. Our world runs on managed nothingness. Zero interest rates that try to goose an economy by pricing money at almost nothing. Zero trust security that treats every request as empty of assurance until proven otherwise. Zero-day exploits, holes in code that are unknown until they devour you. Net zero targets that make the atmosphere's ledgers answerable to the bottom line of zero. Each is a bet that we can harness the void without letting it swallow us. Connection. The Florentine van was a medieval firewall. Today's circuit breakers on exchanges, compliance screens, and input validation rules are the same reflex in a new costume. Control the zero, or it will control you. Back to the ledger. The circle is still there, now glowing on a phone's lock screen, the skeletal zero inside your password, the empty field awaiting a value. Lean close, and you can hear the whisper under the centuries. Civilization is what we dare to write next to nothing. Zero is the most dangerous safety device we've ever invented, and the quiet architect behind everything that scales. Verdict: name your nothing, or it will name you. Mirror. We live by calibrating voids, buffered accounts, throttled algorithms, protocols that say when zero means empty, when it means false, and when it means the line where a system closes and holds. Join the investigation, trace the next artifact, test the next assumption, add your field note. Legacy question. If you had to design a society's one sacred rule for nothing, for where zero is allowed to live and where it must never enter, what would you forbid, and what complexity would you dare to unleash to win what it makes possible?